Good morning. Honorable Minister of Defense, Chief of the Army, Chief of the Navy, Mr. Secretary of Defense Production, dignitaries, members of the dais, organizers, and distinguished guests to this important conference, this wonderful crowd that is here in this hall. I'm honored and deeply privileged to have this opportunity to address you today and appreciate the invitation to be part of the Defense Make in India Summit here in Delhi. And I feel that inviting us to be part of this is a token of this special relationship and alliance between both our countries in several fields, especially in the field of defense. These days, Israel and India are marking 24 years of full diplomatic relations, 24 years in which the relations have continuously grown and expanded to more fields and avenues of cooperation. And at the same time, we have deepened and widened our cooperation in each and every field. Only 2 days ago, this Monday, External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj concluded a very successful visit to Israel. She was warmly welcomed by the Israeli people under the leadership of our Prime Minister, our President, and our Defense Minister, who warmly greeted her and had a very good conversation with her. This visit, and I can say so as a first-hand witness, I can tell you and share with you that this visit, only 3 months after the historic visit of President Mukherjee to Israel, is yet another solid proof of our intimate and close relations. We have created a stable, balanced, and long-term relationship, focusing on issues that are perceived to be existential in nature: food security, development, water, homeland security, and obviously, defense. Our relations are based on 3 basic foundations: shared value, shared interests, and common challenges. Most relevant for today's conference are similar security and defense challenges, including the global and local war on terror. This partnership is not just another option. It is almost a necessity today. In times when defense forces modify their operations and recalibrate their way forward, in times when many militaries are becoming smaller by size but stronger by force, it is important to be innovative. It is crucial to develop the most advanced tools and capabilities while optimizing our efforts and resources invested into it. This brings us almost naturally to the understanding that it is important to go down the road and develop new tools together while using the advantages of each side. This brings down production costs, it brings down development costs, but it leaves you with more advanced capabilities than what you would have done if you would have been going alone. Overcoming challenges together is needed also because of the changing nature of the battlefield and because of the new global world we live in. Terror groups work simultaneously in different places around the globe, sometimes learning from other terror groups. States promote terror more than ever, supporting cross-border semi-military activities, sometimes in third countries. We both face similar challenges, and similar challenges require similar solutions. Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, we have been following the Indian government's initiative of Make in India. Our defense minister was in India a few months ago and has held extensive talk on the matter and said, and repeatedly said, that we are interested to take part in Make in India and have proven more than once in the past that we are open to the concept of transfer of high advanced technology and joint development. Both our government's organs, as well as the Israeli companies that are implementing the projects, are ready to engage in this venture. And as a matter of fact, we are already practically engaged in very specific projects of Make in India. We have no doubt in Israel that R&D serves a growth engine for the local industry. That is why we are willing to create more platforms of joint R&D to pinpoint shared challenges, discuss and plan solutions together, and even manufacture them together. Both sides have a lot to gain from this collaboration, and we have shown it in the past. Both sides have already gained from this kind of partnerships. A key element in the Make in India initiative is joint ventures. The world of defense manufacturing has been changing in recent years, and companies, including Israeli companies, of course, are adapting accordingly. We see more and more multi-domestic partnerships of companies that are using the natural advantages of local markets for manufacturing. This is already an existing process, but it is important to have it done properly through joint ventures and collaboration, taking into account the comparative advantage and the strength of each partner. There are already a number of examples of successful joint initiatives between Israel and India in the field of defense. As an example, only weeks ago, we have been glad to see the successful results of a series of tests of the Barak 8 or the LR-SAM benefited by both navies, the Israeli Navy and the Indian Navy, a system that has been jointly developed. And those tests have been concluded only a few weeks ago. This is a great example of our partnership. This kind of cooperation is not and should not be limited to the issue of defense, as counterterrorism become also increasingly important and relevant. India and Israel have signed a landmark agreement almost 2 years ago, aimed at formalizing and creating a substantial and sustainable framework for cooperation. This new formation is gradually shaping and becoming meaningful on the basis of mutual interest. A changing world like the one we are living in today requires a flexible and adaptive approach to tackle challenges, especially defense and national security challenges. Developing indigenous and local capabilities to confront these challenges is a first step. The challenges we are facing today are not about to vanish, but rather they will transform and reshape. Constantly, our response based on cooperation should aim first and foremost to develop adaptive capabilities suitable for these times and these challenges. I have no doubt in my mind that the national security interests of each of our both countries, respectfully, have been benefiting from our many years of unique cooperation, and they will continue to do so as we adapt ourselves to changing realities, to changing battlefields, to challenges, to policies, including, of course, making India, to the priorities and to their needs. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, for Israel, for India, Israel, and for India, India is a top priority partner, and we have proven to be reliable friends and partners in times of need. Our main focus was, is, and will be to create mutual benefit through real and equal partnerships. Thank you very much.